Okay, we are going over the checkpoint. Real quick, get your blue pen ready to correct. I will be writing down things that I wanted you to write down. Okay, so I'm going to be asking you to add some stuff to yours, even though you got it right. Guys, we're taking Jan's time. I mean, what she ran, June and Cody, and we want them to run 3 times that distance. So we're multiplying all of these by 3. We're multiplying all of them by 3. If you didn't do this, write it in, please. Okay? Multiplying all of them by 3. Guys, I know you used a calculator, and that's fine. But watch how easy it is without a calculator. Y'all watch, and how quickly I can do it. You put that over 1, that over 1, that over 1. Multiplying fractions, it's no problem. It's the top times the top and the bottom times the bottom. Hey, and you know what? That little bitty stays with me. And so, and it should stay with you. Okay? So, I can't reduce anything, so that's 3/4. I can factor out those 3's. I get 2 over 1, which is 2. And then I can't do anything there, 3/2. B. Look how easy that is. I could have written all that down in the time that you took just to punch in 1 on the calculator. Even you fast little typers, I could beat you. Okay, look at the next page. This is one of those things that we've got to know how to do. It's asking for the slope, but if it's proportional, what do we know about the slope? If it's proportional, no. Well, yes, if it's proportional, it's going to go through 0, 0. So we know the slope is also the constant of proportionality, the unit rate, the rate of change. So we really could do the unit rate. That's what I did here. And that's what some of you did. You found the rate for 1, which was 5. And you did this, and you said 5 feet over seconds. We've got to know that. Because some people, guess what? What some people do? Chose F. Seconds over feet. But remember, it's Y over X. If you're doing the unit rate, it's Y over X. I did the unit rate. Now, some of you did the slope, which is fine, and used that point and that point right there. But here's how you missed it. You said it went over 2. Does it go over 2? From 1 to 2 is 2? No, you got to look down here. From 1 to 2 is only 1. That's only 1. So if you're doing the slope, changing Y over changing X, it's 5 over 1. And 5 feet for 1 second. G. Okay. Number 3. Raise your hand if you did this right here. Raise your hand if you did that for me right there. Awesome. Nearly everybody. Get your blue pen and get to doing it. Okay? And some did on the second time. Guys, they want the slope. Changing Y over changing X. 2 over 8. Do you know that some people wrote that and said that equals 4? You've got $2 and you're divided by 8 people and everybody gets $4? That's magic. You ought to go into the magician business. If you can take $2 divided by 8 people and everybody gets $4, no. Everybody's going to get a what? What's everybody going to get? If you have $2 divided by 8 people, a quarter. Okay. Now, to get the y-intercept, which is b, when we write y equals mx plus b, we know m is the slope. B is the y-intercept. So, there's 2 ways I've taught you to do it. You can go back to 0, Uh-oh, that's not going to be hard because you're counting by eighths there, right? So that's, well, you're counting by 4 there, though. Okay, so really you could count back by 4. Okay, you could. Or, look, I want y'all to practice on this. Remember, the slope is 1/4. That's what you're multiplying by x. So what's 1/4 of 4? 1. And, oh, I want to hear everybody, because if we can't do this next question, I think I'm going to be sad. 1/4 of 4 is 1. 1 plus what gives you 6? 5. So what's the y-intercept? 5. Or how can we write it? 0, 5. D. Okay? The next one, number 4. We've also, we need the slope and the y-intercept because they want it in that form. I love both of these questions. They were perfect. Perfect questions. So I'm going to come down here. Oh, you know what I see? I could do 9 to 13. That's going to be a little easier. I always do the easiest numbers. I pick the easiest thing that I can spot real quick. What is 9 to 13? Goes up 4, and that goes up 1. So the slope is going to be 4/1, which is 4. So I know it's going to be y equal 4x. I look at the table and I see something. I don't have to do any work. The y-intercept is shining right there. 0, 1 is the y-intercept. Guys, next year you have to know how to look at a table and find the y-intercept. Should be easy. So everybody circle that and put b equals. Okay. So plus 1. How can I go check to make sure J is my right answer? What can I do? Get your calculator ready. What can I do to check? Huh? Plug in some x's. I can plug in, let's plug in -3 first. Let's do 4 times -3 plus 1. Awesome. Now let's do 4 times 5 plus 1. Hello. We know we're right. We got to learn to check stuff. Okay, number 5, I think everybody got this right. I don't remember anybody getting it wrong. A, 5 is A. And you know what some of y'all wrote out there? Coke machine. And this would have been good. Some people circled this X or underlined it and put not the same or all different. See, guys, when y'all do little things like that, that just makes my heart so happy. Because I know you know what you're doing. I know, hey, they learned this. Man, good deal, Lucille. Okay, number 6. I ask you to come over here and work it out if you if you got it wrong or didn't do the right work. Okay, we got to know how to do this. We're going to work on this next week. Solving equations again. Because I promised the algebra teacher you know how to do it. Circle the x's. Draw the river. Now, when we first learned this, I made you put the x's on the left, right? Okay? But then y'all got so good at it, some of you were putting them on the left or the right. It depended on the problem. That's how good you were. But let's go ahead and put them on the left for those people that are still struggling with it a little bit. And then, you know what I had an 8th grader ask me? If you subtract 8x's from that side, do you have to on that side? Oh, I already told you that? Okay. Guys, yes, you do, to keep it equal. If you want to keep that equal sign there, you got to do the same thing to both sides, like a scaling sign. You got to keep it the same. If I take 2 Snickers off that side and eat it, I got to take 2 Snickers off that side and eat it. Okay. So, -2x plus 18 equals -8. Circle the x. I'm trying to isolate the x. What does that mean, isolate? Get it by itself. Get it by itself. Isolate. If you're in isolation, you're by yourself. So I know some people don't like, you've got to be around people. Okay. So I'm going to subtract 18. So negative 2x equals, they're both negative. And I know you have a calculator, but I'm hoping that some of this stuff you can quickly do, because some people do the calculator and miss it. Look, they're both negative, so just add them up. Then I had a couple people I noticed that divided that by negative 2x. Don't you write negative 2x. I'm doing it wrong. If I divide by negative 2x under this finger right there, what will I get under my finger? Y'all get something. No one get x. Willie, tell them. No. What if I divide 5 by 5? What do I get? 8 by 8. Negative 8 by negative 8. 1. Guys, if you divide a number by the same thing, you're going to get a 1 there, not 1x. You don't want a 1 under there. You don't want to eliminate your x. You just want to eliminate the negative 2. Okay? So, now, you're going to divide by negative 2, and that's positive 13. And how can you check it? Plug it in them. Plug it in, plug it in, plug it in. Okay. Look at number 7. What is that? A sphere. Is this a sphere? Well, you see this? It's about a millimeter thick. Really, it kinda is a 3D thing because I can pick it up. A circle I can't pick up. I know that's kind of hard to imagine, but a circle has no height whatsoever, not even a millimeter thick. But this is a good illustration of a circle because could I fill that up with water? It's a big circle, guys, that's watching the video. I could not fill that up with water. It wouldn't hold it, would it? But guys, they gave you 2 clues that it was going to be volume. Tell me one clue. One clue. Filling it. Filling it. If I'm filling it, it's got to be 3D. And so it has to be volume. No, sphere was the next clue. If it's a sphere, guys, there's only one formula for sphere. You don't need to do area of a circle. You can't, area just covers it. You can't fill up with the area. And then most people got this right. Oh, goodness. Who? Come over here and label. Raise your hand if you label. Awesome. Awesome. And then you got 904.32 inches cubed, and you chose C. Good deal, good deal. Okay, look at number 8. How many of you play with blocks when you're a baby? Now, can you remember that far back? No, I can't. But I know I probably did. I don't know. I mean, all babies play with blocks at some point, right? Build them. Who likes to play Yahtzee? That's one of my favorite games. Who has never played Yahtzee? Okay, that's fine. I've found people every period that haven't played Yahtzee. Guys, Yahtzee is one of the most fun games. Y'all need to play it, huh? Oh, yeah. Okay. But when you play Yahtzee, you have 5 dice in your hand and you roll them. And you have to get like 1 of everything, like 3 of a kind, 2 of a kind, 4 of a kind, 5 of a kind is a Yahtzee. But guys, those dice are cubes. Those dice are cubes. So remember when we were studying this, we found out that if you want to get the total surface area of a cube, we don't need to use the formula on there. We know that you get the area of 1 square and multiply by 6 because there's 6 squares that make up a cube. And to get the area of 1 square, you go side times side square. We don't need to say length times width anymore. We're going to high school. That sounds silly. You get the area of a square, length times width. That's silly. So it's like you don't know the length and the width are the same on a square. But they want the lateral. So it's only 4 sides. We're not going to use 6. We're going to use 4 sides. Well, guess what? They gave us the area is 7. And I love the people that know that 5/8 is 0.625. And if you don't know it, you knew to divide 5 by 8. 5 by 8. You multiply that, you get 30.5 inches squared. Guys, we got to start using some common number sense. Okay? Number 9. How did I know to use this formula? Compounded annually. Who wrote the formula down? If you didn't write the formula down, you know what you're telling me? I don't want to get this right, Miss Causey. If you don't write the formula, you got to write the formula and then follow it. Hey, some of you still don't get savings accounts. Okay? We got to learn about that. Savings accounts is where you give the bank your money. They use it to loan to other people. They use it to loan to other people. Okay? And they pay you interest. They pay you interest for loaning your money out. They give you money. Okay? Now, that's what this problem's about. There is something where the bank gives you money, that give you a loan to go buy you a four-wheeler or a car or a house, whatever, and you got to pay them interest for letting them give you money. You got to give them some money. They just don't loan it to you and give it to you, I mean. So some of y'all put the $7,500 under the A, but that's the principal. A is the amount in the account at the end of the time of the savings. How long you leave it in savings. So 1 plus, and you have to move your decimal back 2 times on a percent. You cannot just go put 0.23. Hey, where am I putting these numbers? Am I putting them over here? Am I putting them over here? I'm putting them right under everything. I'm putting them right under everything. P, 7,500 under the P, parenthesis, 1 plus, right. Now, how long did they leave it in there? 10. When he turned 18, why do you think they took the money out of the CD? Or they thought about it. They found out what it was worth. Why'd they take it out now? So you can use it, maybe go to college, buy his first little vehicle, whatever. Okay. So when you get that, you get 767430. That's the amount that he has in that account now. How much did he earn? What was the interest he earned? Clickety clack, go. Don't say it out loud. How much did he earn on that account? How much did the bank pay him for leaving that money in there? When you get it, just hold your calculator up. Guys, you should have it by now. Only one problem. Okay. Look at your neighbor's calculator and see if you got the same thing they did. Brandon, look at Logan. Okay, Brooke, what'd you get? There you go. Why is it 174.30? You got to subtract the 7,500. Why are you going to subtract the 7,500? Because that's his money that he put in there. The bank didn't give him $7,500. He put $7,500 in there. That's his money. They gave him what was left out of that money. So he earned, what the bank gave him. He didn't earn $7,500. He earned $174.30. Okay, number 10. All you have to do, bubble sheet on top and go give it to Miss Kent. Okay. All you had to do was go down doing Pythagorean theorem to find out which one worked. Nearly everybody got that right. And what was it? H. It was H worked out. Okay. Pass face down, pass it to the end of the aisle. And the Logan, would you go down taking them out and giving them a skin? Huh? Okay, let me see. Oh, and you put a negative here. I should count it. But thanks for being honest. Okay, Brooke, come here. Y'all gotta help Brooke when we're doing it. We've been doing it on the board, but since I'm video, we need to do it up here. Right real at the top of that. Right real. No, at the very top, above all that. Real. Okay, real numbers are, there you go. Real numbers are divided into two sections. What are they? She's already started. R or rational. Just put RAT if you want to. Okay, and what? Irrational. Okay, give me an irrational number, Caitlin. Oh, IRR, baby. IR. Put an R, make it an R. Okay. Let's do R's. Okay, irrational. Okay, give me an irrational number. Yay. Pi. Irrational. Okay, guys, irrational numbers. Tell me, how do you know it's irrational? It does not repeat. It's a decimal that what? He's going forever and ever. He's going forever and ever. So give me another irrational. Square root of 76. Good. Aaliyah. Good. And let's put a negative sign in front of it. Negative square root of 18. Awesome. No, that's an imaginary number. We hadn't learned those. Negative square root of 18. Y'all can't get the square root of negative 18 yet. That's an imaginary number. You're going to learn about those when you get upper math. Okay, so negative square root of 18 would be irrational. So we're done with irrational. Rational numbers can be written as a fraction. Okay, rational numbers of two integers. A fraction of two integers. So if it give me a rational number, any rational number. Okay, I heard 3/4 first. So write 3/4 under there. 3/4. Okay, give me another rational number. You know it's rational. Now, what? 1 1/3. Awesome. Write 1 1/3. What? Put a 1 in front of it. 1 1/3. Okay? Hey, in fact, let's put a negative sign in front of it. Is that still irrational? Mm-hmm. Yep, it's irrational. Okay, another kind of irrational number. I mean, rational. Well, but that's like 3/4. Madison. Negative 12.7. Okay. Willie? Negative 0.25. Good. 0.25. Those are all rational numbers. Okay, we should have done something first. Okay, because now, if it's not, we're going to have to come down here. If it's not rational, it's rational, but it's got a special place it goes. Those are all just rational. We can't put it in some special places, right? So draw me a big circle or a big rectangle, whatever you want to do. Okay. Okay, well, it can't be over in that area, right? It can't be irrational. Okay, so let's move it up a little bit. Okay, what is the first category in the rational numbers? Integers. Put a 9. Hey, move it up so they can see it. Yeah, if you can see it on there, they can see it. Put a 9. So, give me an integer that, guys, all these are rational numbers that we're talking about, but these are so special, they get their own circle. Give me an integer, Hayden. Negative 2. Awesome. Another, Trent. Negative 6. Those are so special, they get their own circle. So fractions and decimals can't get in that circle. No. They're picky. Okay, now do another circle inside there. All right, that's going to be for the whole numbers. Put a W. Give me a whole number. There, 1,372. 1,000, whatever you said. Okay, those are all whole numbers, right? But the ones y'all said, 1 and whatever, 1,000, it can go in the natural numbers. So make another circle and put in. Natural numbers, counting numbers. So 1 to 1,000, which is 337. That is a natural number. So put a 1 and then put 1,000 below it. 300. What is that? 370. 37? 337. 337. See, it's hard to. Okay. So, well, I guess we can do 11. Put a 1 over here because we had a 1. Okay. So 1, 11. Those are all natural numbers. It's special. It's special. Now put what were you going to do there? Put a 0 right there. Put a 0 on the whole numbers. Okay. Now divide 3 by 7. Everybody divide 3 by 7. We're going to vote. Don't say anything. We're going to vote whether it's rational or irrational. Don't say a word. We're going to vote. Raise your hand if you think it's irrational. Raise your hand if you think it's irrational. Raise your hand if you think it's rational. Why is it rational? It repeats. It repeats, but did you even need to do it on the calculator? When I said 3 7s, your brain should have been going ding, 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 ding. It's a fraction. It's a fraction. It's going to be a rational number. 3 7s up there. It's rational because it's a fraction. Okay? Go to the board and write 3 7. I'm sorry, Madison. Go to the board. Hurry. 3 7 equals my toe. Oh my goodness, with my pinky? No way. 3 7 equals 0 point. Tell her what to write. 4, 2, 8, 5, 7, 1. Wait, 1, and Tori, you tell us. 1. That's a 2. It's a 2. No, we're not rounding anything. No. 4, 2. 4, 2, 8, 5, 7. Stop. Right there. Put a bar over it. A bar over all those numbers. Guys, that repeats because look at the next number coming up. 4, 2, 8. Why is it a 6 instead of a 5? It rounded at 7. From that 7, run the 5 up. Okay, thank you, Brooke and Madison. But guys, listen. If it's a 7, if it's 1 7, 8 7, it's a rational number because it's a fraction. But it repeats. Okay, 7s repeat 6 places every time. Isn't that crazy? Okay, now, on algebra, here. Okay, let me explain something first, because you're going to do this after, I turned, should have turned that off. And now that's going to. Okay, hey, look at the algebra builder. Okay, on 49. Did everybody get one? Okay, look at the third row where it says slope. This. Look at the third one where it says slope. I could not figure what they wanted at first, but look, do you see? You're looking right here. That's a bold line. So you go find the bold line over here, and you answer: is it proportional or non-proportional? You circle one of those, and then you circle whether it's linear or non-linear. And then the lighter. You see the lighter line? That's this one right here. That's a little bit thinner. That's well. You can see it on the thinner line. I know, I'm showing the recording people. Okay. Look, the thinner line is the one that you either circle proportional, non-proportional, linear, non-linear. And then the curved line, and then the one that kind of makes a funny Z or whatever. Okay? That's what you're going to do. You're going to circle one of these and one of those for each line on that graph. Okay, this is what you're going to do after you finish this other paper. It's for grade. And you're going to get a blinder or move as soon as I give it to you. Okay.